Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, The Night Owl Stitcher. My name is Mackenzie and thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Today I'm going to be doing a different type of video than I've done before, more of like a vlog style video. So I have a schedule for the rest of October. I'm just looking at it here. I'll show it to you guys. Of all the different projects that I want to work on over the next few weeks. But I figured for the rest of, for a week, I will be following the schedule, and then I wanted to have you guys follow along with me. So I just printed this off of, of course there's a hair on it. I just printed this off of Canva. I do have up here, you can't see it, but my Haid cell is written there. I just like to put them in this little binding because it keeps everything together. So I actually printed the rest of this year. Haven't filled it out yet because it'll be dependent on what projects get called for my whip go. So anyway, as you can see, I kind of started yesterday. Oops, because today is the 8th. I started my goals and I did accomplish the 2 that I set out for myself. So I thought I would each day show you a before and after of each project that I have goals for. So I'm just going to show you, the 2 goals first. The 2 goals that I have to do today are my Haid, my 250 stitches on my Haid Sal, Steampunk Portal, and then Magwayen. Because I'm catching up with my whip go goals for Magwayen from last month that I fell behind on. So I will show you now where we're starting with each of these projects. So for my Haid Sal Steampunk Portal, this is where we are starting. And I'm really excited to finish this diagonal. I want to get closer and closer, obviously, to this blue section here. Which I know will take a while, but I think we're gonna have like a ball, an orb, a yellow orb show up somewhere around here, or maybe a little bit lower. So I'm hoping that comes out in this page. I think it does from what I saw on the page divisions. But anyway, that's where we're starting, and then I'm gonna try to get at least 250 stitches done. I try to get more because I don't always get around to stitching on the weekends. Speaking of which, I probably won't check in a few days on the weekend. I don't know if it will be, definitely not Saturday. I don't know if I will be able to or not on Friday. And then again, Sunday is iffy. So if I don't check in with you on those days, just know that I probably didn't get to stitching. It's also Thanksgiving weekend for us in Canada. So it's a bit of a busy weekend for me, but I will check in the beginning of next week, if not this weekend, and continue with the goal. So that's where we're starting for Haid Steampunk Portal. I guess I should say what this is stitched on. So it's 25 count easy grid, just for my LNS. I'm using all called for DMC, of course. This chart is by L&L Designs, or the artist is L&L Designs, charted by Haid. And this was the, as I said, the SAL for 2025. Okay, so then the next project that I will be working on is Magwayen, as I said. So this is where I'm starting. I did get a little bit last night. As I said, I started my goals last night. So you can start to see her skin come in on her arm. She has her little sash hanging over her arm. I'm so excited to see her skin come through. I did notice that on this project, like, there are quarter stitches, and they're technically 3/4 stitches, I guess, but I just do 3 1/4 stitches in each of the quarters that I need to. But I noticed, like, comment down below if you guys find this, but on, this is a Bella Filipina. So on Bella Filipinas, is it hard for you guys to see what's under, like, the back stitch lines, and if you should do a stitch, if you shouldn't do a stitch? I never know. So if I can't explicitly tell, I won't do it, because I figure the back stitch will cover it anyways. I don't know if I should be doing it. Like, what do you guys do in that situation? Because I found that a lot with, like, around the edges of her arm. That's why, like, there's some blank spaces there, but there will be back stitch outlining her arm. Anyway, so that's where I'm starting with this. So this is a, is it 25 or 28 count? I will put it up on the screen. It's 25 or 28 count. Pewter Lugana from my LNS, using all the called for threads and beads. Some are DMC, some are Karen Water Lilies, some are Petite Treasure braids, and then Mill Hill beads. Sorry, that bead is like dangling there. Anyway, so I absolutely love this. I don't pull it out enough. I only pull it out when it gets called on whip go, like most of my projects actually. I just feel like trying to juggle them all can be a little bit of a challenge. But whenever I do pull this out, I love working on it. And then I'm excited and don't want to put it down, but I know I have so many other projects to work on too. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, Bella Filipina, this is, I will show you too what this will look like when it's finished. And if I haven't shown you already, I might have. If I haven't shown you already, I will show you what the Haid Steampunk Portal will look like as well. But that's the starting point for that. So once I get more stitches in on both of these, I don't have a stitch goal for this one either. I kind of just stitch on it for a total of 3 separate days during the month that it gets called on whip go. Of course, as I said, I'm behind. So I will be just trying to stitch on it 3 separate times, and then I'll count it for what was September. But anyway, yeah, I like to do a significant amount on it, like rather than just a few stitches. But even if I did only get to a few stitches, I'll still count it for a day of my whip go. I also technically what I do every day is I'll work on my Haid first, just because I want to get the stitch goal out of the way. Because I don't want to spend, when I enjoy working on this, I don't want to spend hours working on this and then cut myself off for enough time to finish my actual stitch goal of 250 stitches. So I will do 250 stitches on my Haid first, get that out of the way, and then with whatever time I have left, I will stitch as much as I can, even if it's just a single stitch, which usually is more than that. I don't think I've ever just sat down and done one stitch, but you never know. So that's kind of how I go about things. And then next week, once I get 3 Magwayen days in, I will continue to work on the Haid for 250 stitches a day, but I will be switching out my Magwayen for my Parrot, my Freebie Harmony Parrot that I work on. And that does have a stitch goal as well. And I've kind of upped that stitch goal, which I spoke about in my last video, in order to get the top row of pages done by the end of the year. So, yeah, we'll see how much I get done this week. But anyway, I wanted to do a little intro and then explain what's going to happen, but I will just pop in and out and update you on the day. So as I said, today is Wednesday, the 8th of October. And then I'll pop in either later today or tomorrow and show you my progress. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the vlog type style video. See you in the next clip. Bye. Good morning, everybody. So just as an update, today is Thursday, October 9th. So yesterday I did get my 250 stitches done on this project, my Haid Steampunk Portal. I will try to put a picture, I think, of where I was yesterday somewhere on the screen, maybe down here, just so you guys can see the comparison and how much I got done. So I completed this diagonal here, and today I want to do another 250 stitches and work this diagonal, start it. I more than likely will not finish this diagonal, but at least just get a good portion of it is my goal for today and what I intend to do. Okay, and then next, I'm just gonna flip this out of the way here. But next, this is my Magwayen that I worked on yesterday. So I have tons of her body done, and I got her like bangles on her arms done, filled in the rest of her arms. So just working my way up, and you can finally see like the outline of the like sweetheart neckline of her dress, which is super exciting. So today I want to, this is the end of the page. I want to fill this in. So finish that page line and then work my way up. I might stop just under her head, and then I think we'll see how far I get with that today. But I did mention yesterday, one of my goals for the end of the year is to get this project done by, like all the stitching done by the end of the year. So in order to do that, I'm kind of trying to break it into like 2 more sections. So the rest of what I'm going to work on today for this month, and then for November and December, I want to split the rest of the stitching into 2 sections. So I'm thinking of doing one side. So I might try to start that today. But this is another page. So the rest of the side of her dress, which does come in quite significantly. So there isn't as much on this side of the page, I don't think, as there was on this side. And then do her face, I think is like going to be my December, and finish her face December. That's roughly it. I might change plans. I might end up doing her face and just continue working up and then come to this page, because this is like, her face is on this same page that I'm working on right now. But we'll see. I think it'd be fun to save the face for last and to see it fully come together. But at the same time, I think it would be kind of cool to have that done and give me some motivation to finish this side. Anyway, and you can see I leave a lot of little threads here just because I don't like flipping my work while I work. So I just end them off to the side and then work from left to right and stitch over them. Left to right and then bottom to top is kind of how I do it. So when I start the next page, I'll start down here and kind of work this way, if that makes sense, kind of up like this, and then snip these as I go. But anyway, so I did get both my goals done yesterday, so that's exciting. Sorry, I'm so wiggly here. I'm holding this as opposed to having it on a frame. But I will show, if I haven't already, my progress. I probably put it up here already, just so you guys can see the comparison from yesterday. But I want to keep working on this for as long as I can. But again, I'll do the same thing where I work on my Haid first, get those 250 stitches out of the way. I actually did 255 on my Haid yesterday, just to finish that diagonal. So I'll do at least 250 stitches on the Haid today, and then jump over to this and see what I can get done. All right, guys, I will see you in the next clip tomorrow when I have some progress on these today. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so today is Friday the 10th. Yesterday I worked on my Haid. So as you can probably tell, because I was showing earlier, I was probably only going to get about this much. I did a lot more than was anticipated. I think I got about 440 stitches, if I'm remembering properly. So that was productive. I got tons done on my Haid. I got the 250 stitches and then stopped and pulled out Magwayen, worked on that for a while until I was feeling like I just needed a bit of a break or to put her down, and I just didn't pick her back up, but I did get a lot done on her as well. But then I picked this one back up for the evening and got all the way to here. So today I'll probably finish the diagonal and then start up here on the next diagonal. And because I'm in Canada, this weekend is Thanksgiving. So, well, Monday is Thanksgiving, on the 13th. So we are celebrating tomorrow night. So I don't know how much filming I'll get done over the weekend, as I mentioned in my intro, just because we have lots of like family and stuff coming. So I will try to do what I can, but if I don't get back to you guys this weekend, I will get back to you Monday, and then I will update you then. But for now, I will show you Magwayen. So this is what we got. Here, let me just adjust the camera. This is what we got on Magwayen. We got tons done on her. Like, we got all the way up here. So it's kind of funny because in my last clip, I think I said I was gonna like leave her face and the skin and just kind of get to here and then go over to this page. So what happened was, and like I was saying, I work from the bottom and go up and then left and right. So I kind of work like this. the lowest stitches that I hadn't done yet were skin. So that just trailed all the way up. And then I filled in her dress. We got some sparkles there. And then again, the lowest section was then here, so which was more skin, which again trailed up. So I wasn't gonna do skin, but that just was how it worked out. And now I really want to fill this in. That's just kind of like, I think, the next step. But I have worked on this now 3 times. You guys only saw it twice just because I started filming the day after I had already worked on this once for my whip go. So I did complete my whip go for September, which, yay, exciting. But I will be putting this one away most likely. Now today I only have scheduled on my schedule here for the 10th to work on my Haid, just because I know that I'm getting ready for company tomorrow, so I don't have a second project. However, if I do have extra time, either I will do more on the Haid to catch up for this weekend, which might make some sense because I don't know if I'll get to what I have scheduled here tomorrow, or I will pull this out and try to maybe finish inside the skin, but we'll see about that. Magwayen, unfortunately, I love her, but she is not a priority because I don't have a daily stitch count goal, and I can kind of spread the stitches that I need to do on her throughout the next couple months because I do want to have these stitches, like I was saying, done by the end of this year. But I can kind of, I think, divide, you know, this section and her face between the next couple months. So we'll see if she comes out or if the Haid comes out a little bit more. Oh, now we're totally zoomed in. There you go. But again, I will put, if I haven't already, where I was in my last clip compared to the Haid, and then same with Magwayen, just so you guys can see the difference side by side. Okay guys, I will get stitching for today and then update you again tomorrow in the next clip. Hello everybody. Okay, so today is now Sunday, October 12th. I was not able to film yesterday because, as I might have mentioned in my previous clip, I can't remember, I had my Thanksgiving dinner last night because tomorrow is Thanksgiving in Canada. So for those of you in Canada, happy early Thanksgiving. I know you guys won't be seeing this until after Thanksgiving. So in that case, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving weekend. So this is where I'm at now on my Haid Sal Steampunk portal. I did 555 stitches on Friday. This was the only project I worked on. I just wanted to try to get ahead because I knew most likely that I would not be able to get much stitching done today or tomorrow. I'm actually surprised that I'm even able to record this little clip for you right now. Only because I hadn't planned on it. This weekend is a little busy for me, but I'm glad that I was able to pop in. I think I will try to do a little bit of stitching. It might not be tons, but I will try to get done what I can on this over the next couple hours after I pop off of here. But I will also show you probably down here somewhere where I was in the last clip, just so again you can see a comparison from Friday. So I'm probably won't be filming again like another clip until Tuesday, most likely. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in, show you guys where I'm at. I have been, one of the reasons why I got so much stitching done on Friday is actually because I have been jumping on TikTok and doing live stitches with me. So if you guys are interested in that, and if you have TikTok, feel free to follow me on TikTok, because I have been trying to go live pretty frequently, actually. It helps keep me on task and like chatting about stitching, and I answer questions and stuff. I would like to do more lives on YouTube. However, I'm having issues with my internet, but for whatever reason, TikTok doesn't seem to be affected when my internet switches over to my data. However, YouTube kind of stops and it just has issues. So until I can figure that out, I will be doing more TikTok lives. So my name on TikTok is the same, The Night Owl Stitcher. So check that out if you want to stitch along with me on some type of social media platform until I can get the YouTube live streaming working. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in and show you what I got done and let you know that I will be doing a bit more, but probably will not come back to update you until Tuesday. So, yeah, I will see you guys in my next clip. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, October 14th. So unfortunately I wasn't able to stitch yesterday. I wasn't at home, but I did get a little bit done since the last time I showed you guys on, I believe it was the Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the bottom of the screen, but I will put a comparison picture into where you last saw it. But not too bad, and we finally have this yellow orb starting to come through. I'm so happy, finally. I was kind of waiting for a little bit of color and, you know, to work on this a little bit, which we did too. So once I finish this diagonal, I'm gonna have more to work on here. And this is actually the end of the first page, so that's kind of exciting. This is coming a lot faster than I thought it would. There's just a lot of blue, I think, is why. But I'm super excited. It's looking so good. Yeah, there's not too much more I can say other than tomorrow will be my last update, so I will come back and show what I have done on this. However, the only other thing I will say actually is I want to work on my Parrot as well today. That was in my right there. That was in my goals for today. Like I said, I didn't get to it yesterday, so I did have put a catch-up day on Thursday. So, and then I do have only one project scheduled for Friday, so I might be able to do what I missed yesterday on Thursday and Friday. So, yeah, that's what's gonna happen today. Hopefully, we're gonna try to get there. And I'll keep you updated tomorrow if I get some stitching done on my Parrot and how much I get done on my portal. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow in the next clip. Hello, everybody. Okay, so today is Wednesday, October 15th, and the last day of my vlog. I want to show you the progress that I did in comparison, obviously, to yesterday for both projects, as well as from the beginning of the week, so you guys can see how much progress I got over the week, which I think will be cool for me to see as well. And I realized too on my Parrot project yesterday, I didn't show you guys the before, so when I show the Parrot, I will show you a picture of the before, just so you guys do have something to compare to. Even though there wasn't a clip of it, I will still show a picture because I do have one. Okay, so here's my Haid Sal steampunk portal. It looks so good. I'm so happy with this section and how it's turning out. The top of the piece had a lot more, how do I explain it? Just more details. So it took a while to get into, you know, something that was a little bit more exciting, but now that we're closer into this part and getting more towards the center, I think there'll be more and more exciting stuff to do. So I'm glad that I've reached that milestone, and we've also gotten to the end of the first page in the second row, which is exciting. Yeah, not too much to say about this one. This one I did complete, I think it was 255 stitches yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself. I also don't think that in my last clip I told you guys how many stitches I did from the day before. So if I ever forgot that throughout this video, I will have put it on the screen on this side for you. This is my first time obviously filming a vlog style video, so if you guys like it, I had a lot of fun recording it and giving daily updates. So if you do like it, I am more than happy to do more videos like this more consistently, and I think it keeps me on track with my goals, which is kind of fun and good for me, obviously. But anyway, so yeah, this is where I got. I will show you a picture in comparison to where I was yesterday. and then I will show you a picture in comparison to where I was at the beginning of the week, so you guys can see the total difference.
Editing Mackenzie here, I totally realized that I didn't even include any progress pictures before and after for the beginning and end of the week for my Magwayen project. So here they are for you, just so you guys can get an idea of the progress we got this week.
And then my parrot, my freebie Harmony parrot. Here we go. So this one's harder to see as much progress on it, as I, as you, I don't know, all this looks, oops, this side, all this looks like very similar, and I'm only doing it block by block, so I feel like it's just not as noticeable, but this is where I am now. And as I said, I will put, sorry, it's so hard to see, this project's so big, I will put a photo of where it was before. Actually, I'll do it on top so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'll do a photo of where it was before I started stitching on it yesterday. And because I technically don't have like a beginning of the week post, you won't see that. So it's just the one comparison photo. But I did 370, it was 378-ish stitches. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll correct it, but I feel like I got a decent amount done on this one. I do want to do the same thing today, get another 300, and my goal is 371. So I do want to get 371 stitches at least on this one today. And like I mentioned in one of my clips, I am going live on TikTok a lot more. I would love to go live on YouTube more, but as I mentioned, my internet is just not stable enough. Unfortunately, the stream drops, whereas on TikTok, for some reason, it doesn't. It's able to push through or use my data in the background, whereas YouTube can't. I don't know why, so I will be looking into that just to figure all that out, because I just don't want to try to do a stream and then have it drop off and then I can't recover it kind of thing, because I tried to recover the last one and it didn't recover the whole stream. It got cut off. So until I figure that out, I will be doing TikTok live streams. So for any of you that have TikTok, my name on there is the same, thenightowlstitcher. So go check that out. And I would be so thrilled to chat with you guys while I do Stitch With Me sessions live. But yeah, I think that's everything I have to show you guys. I do have, as I showed at the beginning of my video, my schedule for the rest of this month. So for the rest of this week, I'm going to continue working on my parrot until I get, I had like 3 days scheduled for it to do 371 stitches. So I'll do that today and then tomorrow. And then I have a couple catch-up days scheduled and a couple days where I'm just working on my Haid Sal, just to allow for some like leeway, and then I don't really get much stitching done on weekends. But then I want to work on my Tiki next week, my Tiki Beach, Story Cube Tiki Beach. And then I want to do a new start, my January Crochet to Go-Go new start. So those will be that's my plan for this month, the rest of this month. So you guys will see my update where I will hopefully have all the progress on all of those. So stay tuned. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. So if you guys do like this like vlog style video, let me know below, because I am definitely like interested in making more. I think they're so fun. And like I said, it keeps me like accountable and on top of my goals and on top of my plans. And obviously, as we're coming closer to the end of the year, I need to stay on top of my goals. So, yeah, comment down below, and I hope you guys have I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you guys wow, I cannot speak today. Get lots of stitchy time in. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much again, and have a hoot stitching, everybody.